It's been a bit since I've put up anything. When I say a bit, I mean, like maybe 2 months. So I want to jump back in, and I have reason to wanting to jump back in because, stuff's going on. You get struck by things, you begin to re-examine, you take some steps to, find your way forward. So that's what I'm doing. Back in the olden days, May 2022, which seems like a lifetime ago, or it could be just yesterday, depending on your perspective on the time continuum, I posted something on my blog, which the link is below, called Reconciling Myself with My Reality. And I recently reposted it on Substack, and it sort of struck me, this is worthy of a video. Now, the title of it is Lazarus and the United States Marine Corps. So stick with me on it. It will make sense, and we'll see where this goes. What the post that I wrote speaks about, and what I'm going to address here, is the recurring theme in my life and my reality. And the theme is I'm flailing about to right the ship of my life for me, to make me about me as I see me, not as I react to, not as my mean brain wants me to behave, just to be the me I see myself as. But all the while, I'm still stuck in this looping playlist called me. Lazarus and the United States Marine Corps sort of gave me a hint. So let me read an excerpt from the original post, and we'll go from there. So here is an excerpt of what I wrote, and I think it sets up where I'm standing right now and why this video is important, at least to me. So let's see. This is all a bit more complex. I know that by any material measure, I should be thriving. I am thriving for all intents and purposes. There is a dull patina brushed over this thriving. I did lose Donna. Hardcore ideation is coursing through my veins. I don't see myself in the mirror because I don't like what I see. I have friends, except that I project on them what I don't like about me. Ergo, I don't call or make plans. Emotional, cognitive, and life dissonance in real time. A dear friend of mine recently posted on Substack, a post, an article, whatever you call it, a Substack, titled You Are Enough. It is a great read about how society likes us to think we're not enough, which in all reality, I can do all by myself without any help from society. He ends the piece with this, which I think is the counterpoint to what I just read. Instead of constantly striving to prove ourselves, we can start enjoying the process of growth, the camaraderie of those around us, and the knowledge that we are already enough. So that's the counterpoint to what I wrote. So there's a then here between those two pieces I read and shared. I really crush a then. I think a then just says so much to us. There's a circle of my reality that I wrote earlier, or how I see my life. There is a circle that I'm already enough, warts and all. And there's this tiny little overlap, this minuscule overlap, as I see it, would be the work that I want to do to minimize my perceptions of me and perhaps maximize who I want to be. But to be honest, perception is reality. So my perception is really what's going on. And in a way, I say, why bother? Why really bother doing any of this work? At this point in time, I can slide in my own expiration date like a greased pig at the Iowa State Fair. Still, that overlap beckons to me. It whispered to me in seductive siren calls. Look deeper. Embrace your multitudes. Easier thought than executed. Sometimes we find ourselves stumbling We stumble on an idea when we're lost, especially when we're lost. When we're in this forest and we're tripping over fallen logs, we're falling into pits, we're stuck in briar patches and poison ivy. All of that is going on. And as we're fighting our way through, we find this glen, this very calm, pastoral green field that is lit by a full moon that has all this calm. And that is like, it's similar to when two random brain cells rub together to slow the spiraling thoughts, the struggle of getting to this calm moment where we can see more clearly. You know, we were just now, I'd say what blind faith says. I'm wasted and I can't find my way home. But in that pasture, in that small, calm glade, there's a full moon. And we end up feeling like E.T. We want to phone home. The first random moment of these brain cells rubbing together was reading the book Raising Lazarus by Beth Macy, who wrote Dope Sick. And you probably saw the Netflix film on Dope Sick. It's a brilliant book. Anyway, Lazarus of Bethany made me stop and think. He was brought back from the dead by Jesus, which we all know, the raising of Lazarus. And it was one of the miracles of Jesus. I wonder, can I create my own miracle? I wonder, can I resurrect myself from my life, the life I perceive, the life that I had this perception of, that I shared? My lost, meaningless, purposeless life back from its metaphorical death before the real one. Though, as I say, we heal from the inside, but not without help from the outside. Lazarus had Jesus. Me, I'm isolated. Yet I remain undaunted to sort of sort this out, to figure this out, to take the cloths off of me and see if I can leave behind the death I'm living. Within that book by Marcy, Raising Lazarus, she's interviewing or talking with an ex-Marine who was a cop, I think with the DEA, and he's now doing harm reduction and substance abuse support. And he has a quote on his wall, and it's from the Marines. And it says, improvise, adapt, overcome. If you look it up there, the Marines have a history with it. There's a lot written about it. It's the application of resourcefulness and creativity to challenge one's adversity. We can use it to challenge our own adversity. Improvise is about making change when hitting a wall. Donna she loathed how locked in I would get, how rigorous I would get in going this path, this way, with little improvisation, very little spontaneity on my part. She was always ready to find a new way, a new solution. Adapt. That's flexibility. Back to a bit of rigid thinking again on my part. I'm not that flexible at times, at least with myself. Again, looking at Donna and others, seeing how they can pivot, boggles my mind. I see others do it, and I'm all jelly. Overcome is about resilience. Resilience to recover quickly, to have elasticity in a situation. And to be honest, when I hit that wall where I struggle, to my credit, I keep pounding the wall, though without improvising or adapting, which makes overcoming that much harder. So, here I am in this little tiny minuscule ven of these two thoughts that, my life is fucking miserable, and that we should be happy with ourselves. We should accept ourselves, warts and all. So it's speaking to me. That overlap in that ven is speaking to me. It's saying, hey, I dare you. Come on, I dare you. It's pointing at me with an index finger saying, come on, do something. I double dog dare you to try to change. So here I sit, weighing this all. trying to raise myself up for the spiral of having the hint of a path presented. But I'm still sitting. I still got my ass parked. I guess in my defense that maybe something can be done or I will do something, I'm sharing it. It's like I'm putting it out there for all two of you, whoever watches this. Maybe you'll prompt me. Therefore, if I can see it, I can do something. If you see it, I can do something. So let's see. Hey, check back. See if I'm full of shit. Someone tell Donna to dope slap me, to make me do it for myself, to make me do it because I want to do it, to make me do it so I can get out of where I'm at. As usual, thank you for watching. Please share, please subscribe, leave a comment, leave a question, all that cool stuff that nobody does. Anyway, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Peace out, Scout.